Hello there, and welcome to a Donger deck discussion about a deck that I have been theory crafting ever since Leona was spoiled. As soon as I saw what her Daybreak ability was, there was only one character I wanted to build a deck with, and that was Yasou. So, seeing as it is now day 2 since Targon's release, let me release the Stun'em deck. And I think this could be tier 1. So let's go into the deck and sort it out for you. Leona has got the Daybreak ability. So when you play a card first, if it has the Daybreak keyword, you get the bonus. Her bonus is stun the strongest enemy. That's pretty good. Leona needs to level up. Comparing her with Yasou is when you stun a recall unit, deals 2 to it. Once he's leveled, once he's done that 5 times, boom, he strikes it. He's striking it for 5. Things are dying all over the place. These two are so damn good together. It is terrifying. It's terrifyingly good how good they are. I've played this a lot yesterday after playing my dragons and my Thresh Soul deck. And I've built quite a few decks. But let's go through the decks cards and see what we get. So in my Dragons deck, I went the full Solari package. The Soldier, the Shield Bearer, and the Priestess. So let's see what these do. Daybreak. Round 1, he's our only 1-drop. Put him down. He becomes a 3-3, which means he's completely overstated. If you're attacking on odds, you're getting 3 cheeky damage in, and that sounds pretty damn decent to me. And then he reverts back to a 2-2. Now, that's like, the young Cythria 1-drop, which is a good 1-cost mana unit for 2-2. So if you're playing against Demacia, they put that down, say in turn 2 because they don't have anything else, you can then kill it straight away, and you will already be putting something else down, because we have an awful lot of 2-drops. But all the cards in here actually do jobs. Fey Twirlblader is just, he's, oh my god, he's just so good. He's been a staple in most Yasou decks. Obviously, we can't use the spell that stuns everything at 4 or less power, because that's a Noxus. We can't use the Skitterers, because again, that's a Noxus. But this guy can get completely out of control really fast. He can become a 9-2 really stupidly quick, or an 11-1. He gets so out of control, and we've got so many ways to stun things. It's just fabulous. It's absolutely fabulous. So he's a 3-of. Guiding Touch and Pale Cascade are 2 brand new cards. Guiding Touch heals an ally completely, or your Nexus 2, which isn't bad either. And then you get to draw a card, and come on, card draw in a CCG, any card game at all. If you've got more cards than your opponent, you're already halfway on the way to winning a game. The fact that you can drop this at any time to heal an ally, it's burst, it can't be stopped. If your Shen's down to 3-2 and they challenge you with a 2-1 Fleet Feather Tracker, you bang this, you heal it, he's back to 3-5. It kills it, your Shen's still alive. Brilliant spell. Pale Cascade is Nightfall. Nightfall is if you play it from the second card on. So if Daybreak has to be the first, then Nightfall has to be the second. And this grants an ally 2-1 this round, and if you drop it second, you get to draw another card. Again, you certainly see the synergy of we want cards in hand, because we want to be able to do the most productive card drop that we can throughout turns. And this deck needs to think ahead in terms of what it needs to do, especially in turns 4, 5, and 6. But we will get to that in a second. The Solari Shield Bearer, oh god. Put this down onto its Daybreak. That'll be helping Leona, and all the Sol family do that fantastically well. She only needs to be activated 4 times, so technically you could do Soldier, Shield Bearer, Priestess, Leona, leveled. Done. That's just amazing. Drop down a Shen, then all of a sudden everything's kicking off. It's fantastic. This, though, however, comes down, does, as I say, the Daybreak keyword, and he comes down as a 3/6. There is nothing for 2 mana for 3/6. Nothing can kill him for 3/6. He's a really good blocker. He's a really good defender. He will then go back to being a 3/2, which is a bit like the Brightsteel that gives the barrier in Demacia. I'm just using Demacia as comparisons. He stays around for maybe a round or two. This guy can stay around for 2 or 3 rounds because of what happens in the first thing that you get him. His bonus is fabulous. That's why he is a 3 of, and he's cheap. He's cheap as chips. Steel Tempest is Yasou's own spell, so if you put him down and you get another one, this is what it'll come out as. Stun an attacking enemy, and if you do things onto units that he can kill before he levels up, so anything with 2 or less health, he kills it, which is fantastic. It's removing things off the board. It's only really starting to become big in the meta just at the ends of the last season, and it's still going to be very prevalent, especially in decks that need to stun things. Solari Priestess is fabulous, and this is the card that you need to spend an awful lot of time thinking about. You play this on 3. If you've played the Soldier and the Shield Bearer, that's 3 against Leona's 4 plus Daybreak. You now need to think and look at your hand. Look at your hand and see what you can play on turns 4, 5, and 6. And remember, as I go through the rest of the deck, we only have one card that is literally one copy of in the 6 drop zone. So, I normally use the 6 because we have got stuff in here, like Concussive Palms and Denies and all that sort of stuff, plus Yasou and Leona. We've enough 4s. You don't need the 4 that often. The 5 or 6, however, is pretty damn decent. So you will get 3 cards that will come up on the screen of various mana costs. I would normally pick the 5 or the 6. Normally I'll pick the 6, but if you're running out of units for some strange reason, or you are struggling on board state, take a unit, keep things out, keep the game going, you'll get other things. The only time I would ever take a 4 is if I don't have something for 4 to play. Normally, let's go for the 6, and you sort of reverse back down because it sets up your turn 6. She's brilliant. She's Daybreak. She's fantastic. So let's keep going. We have, as I say, the 2 champions, Leona and Yasou. I'm in love with Leona. Yasou, I've always liked and never really got a good partner for him. These 2 are so good, they should be a couple. They are that good. I'm running 2 Denies and was running 3. I think Deny is a really good thing in the meta right now. There's going to be a lot of spells. There's going to be a lot of things whizzing about. There's now Spell Shield with the dragons and all that kind of carry on. You can get Bastion and actually put Spell Shield onto a unit, which is pretty good. But Concussive Palm, wonderful, except people are not playing Concussive Palm properly. So now listen. Listen to how to play this properly. We are using Yasou. You stun an enemy. Stun an enemy. If you have Yasou out, he will strike for 2. If he doesn't, he'll do. If he's leveled, he will strike for 5. Stunning that puts it back to the other side of the board. Yasou, if he's on the board, will do stuff to it. You then get a 3/2 Tail of the Dragon. But we can recall him with Will of Ionia, which we're also running 2 of, which means that goes back into being this, which means that you can then the next turn throw it out and then get another one of these and allow Yasou to probably level up. He is absolutely great, but most people palm him and then kill this. If you've got enough things that you can put something out to block, recall it with Will of Ionia. Recall the thing. Except don't if you've got 5 mana and only 5 mana and you've got this. And this is the best card in the deck. This is just stupidly good. If we remember what Leonia's level up is, Daybreak, or when you activate another Daybreak, stun the strongest enemy. So stun into Yasou for kill if leveled or whatever. Raven, oh my god, is Raven good. Is Raven, oh dear god, look at this geezer. Oh my lord. Keep the faith, Rarak, and our light shall never falter. I mean, these just look like giant evil things, but really probably proud and nice. It's not that. It's the fact that you create a random Daybreak card in hand, which means every single turn after you drop him, drop the Daylight Spear and you will always Daybreak. Which means Leona will always trigger, which means it's never not daytime when you play Raven. And he's a 5/5. He's the same stats as a Radiant Guardian, and we all know how disgusting Radiant Guardian is. Never mind giving it the lifesteal and the tough. Just as a normal unit, it's a horrible unit. People need to deal with this, and if they're having to deal with that, well, then Yasou and Leona are going to town. And they do go to town. I've lost 2 games in 12 matches. This deck is seriously up there at being at least, well, I'm going to say it's a tier 1 deck. I am going to categorically state that these 2 champions with Raven and the last couple of cards make it a tier 2 be terrified over. They can't really be stopped. I used to run a Yone in my head when I was theory building this. I used to run 2 Yones, and that would have ended the thing for me. But this card is just, oh my god. I don't want to take any of these out. They're just too, they just work too well. But this one, deal 60 a unit. Daybreak. Instead, you can silence it. Just silence it. And it's a unit. That's anything. It has been confirmed that unit means anything. That's champions. That's anything. It's just, oh my, oh. No Leona doing anything. No Yasou doing anything. All these brilliant things like getting Challenger and smacking things up and no Living Shadows from Zed. And I don't care if you're enlightened. You're not doing a damn thing. You can't do it. You're silent. Now, it's only for the round, but you deal 6 to it. 6 kills absolutely everything on the screen right now. Everything. It'll even kill Lee Sin. Won't kill him, but it'll kill most things. Most champions at the top end have 6. Goodbye. That's why it's a 1-of. And this has replaced my 2 Yone. The Infinite Mind Splitter is fantastic. So if we remember what Yone is a 7-cost 6/6 that, when you put it down, stuns 2 units. But he's a 6/6. This is such a card in this deck. You pick 2 enemies. Enemies being any cards at all, including champions. You put them down, you pick the 2, you do it just like Yone. You go click, click, off you go. And every round start after that, that is them out of the game. That's them out of the game while this is here. It's an 8/8. The only thing that's taking this off is Vengeance or a Ruination. Outside of those 2 cards, don't worry. Don't worry. They're going to have to thermo beam it. That's the only 3 things that will stop this, and I've got 2 of them. I can literally stop an entire opponent's bench, run out and win. This, Raven, Yasou, Leona, Priestess. Those 5 units will win you the game dead easily. So that is my Stun 'em deck. The Stun 'em and Kill 'em deck. I'm clipping the code to the clipboard. Come and join us at the Dongers of Runeterra. We'll put a free link to our Discord in there and that link for that deck. My name is Sith Holocron. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy our videos, please give us a thumb up and subscribe. It gets people to see more decks, and let's be honest, with a brand new expansion, don't we want new things to play with? We'll see you in the next one. Until then, Dongers out.